This is a tutorial for the doctoral training activities of the College of Architecture and Urban Planning at Liège University, and it's meant for doctoral students enrolled in the Faculty of Architecture and the Faculty of Applied Sciences. Well, each year the doctoral college is responsible for monitoring the status of doctoral students' progress, and to do this we use the MyUliège platform to verify three main actions. We expect each doctoral student and promoter to engage with the doctoral college by respecting the three steps listed below. First of all, upload the doctoral students report to the committee using the doctoral college template. Secondly, uploading the PhD committee report to the college using the doctoral college template. And both reports must be submitted before the 15th of May. They must be written in a separate file in PDF or Word format, following the suggested templates, and in this link here you can find those templates under the folders 03 reports. The third step, which is the topic of today's tutorial, is to register the doctoral activities for the current academic year. So your courses and activities must be updated every year regarding their status, and they must be approved by the promoter. Each doctoral student must declare his or her annual doctoral activities, and this must be done before the 15th of May. Now, the doctoral training is structured under three types of training courses. The first training course is called the thematic training. The second is the cross-disciplinary training, and the third is the scientific production. And one of the very important information to know about is that the doctoral training is entailing minimum 60 ECTS, 60 ECTS, which means that you have to compile or collect these credits by attending these activities and making sure that under these three thematic topics you will have at least minimum 15 credits for the thematic training, 10 credits for the cross-disciplinary training, and at least 25 credits for the scientific production. Thematic training entails courses and seminars organized with the framework of one or more thematic doctoral schools near the FNRS, for example, or accepted as by the doctoral college or by your promoter. And here we are talking about core specialization related topics. They can be in the form of seminars, they can be in the form of courses, they can be in the form of trainings. But again, they are core knowledge related to the core field of discipline and the field where you are doing your investigations. The cross-disciplinary training is more meant to transversal skills and soft skills, and here we are talking about training that allows doctoral students to familiarize themselves with the tools essential to the development of sound scientific research, such as open access research methodologies, how to present courses that are not specific to their field of study but which promote the acquisition of professional experience and therefore future employability. And here we are talking about minimum 10 credits, and this involves soft skills overall, also skills related to knowledge valorization, related to startup and the business world. And finally, the scientific production. Here we are talking about published journal articles, conference articles, oral presentations and posters. Now, when we look at the doctoral training, I invite you to visit the docs folder, where you will find in this link the folder which is called Rules and Regulations, and there you will find this template in front of you, which is helping of explaining how can we assign credits per activity. And in this sense you can use this document here in front of you to assign the credits to the activity. And if you are in doubt, first thing that you have to do is to consult with your promoter and check for these credits that correspond to the activity. But take care that when we say minimum 60 credits, you cannot exceed 90 credits overall for your whole doctoral training. So this is also important to take into account. Now, allow me to give you some insights, some details. Like I said, you need to be between 60 to 90. This is an example for the scientific production. If you have a public presentation, a poster presentation, for example, in a doctoral day, this could be 1 credit. If you have a public presentation as part of a conference or a colloquium or a seminar, and the committee revised your presentation or your lecture, then you can go for 2 credits. If you have a presentation of an oral presentation of your work in a seminar that is specialized in your field, this can go up to 2 credits. If you have a presentation or oral presentation in a conference, international conference, or a national conference even, and it is reviewed, then you can go up to 5 credits. And if you have a scientific article that is peer reviewed, most probably in a indexed journal Q1, Q2, Q3 or Q4, then you can go up to 8 credits. Articles, if we are here talking about being a co-authors in peer-reviewed articles Q1, 2, 3 or 4, then you can go up to 4 credits. So this is an example how to assign the credits in the scientific production, for example. And for sure, all your scientific production must be linked to Orbee, to the Orbee links, meaning that any publication that you want to get credits for, you must submit it first in Orbee and make it in open access, and then you can link your Orbee URL to the activity in My Liège. If you want to know and learn more about Orbee, you'll find a tutorial available on my channel. Check it out if you want to encode or register publication. Now again, where is the sources of all this information? I invite you to check this link here in the docs folder that is made for the doctoral college students. You will find 4 main folders: rules and regulation, project thesis, reports, and the request of validation of your doctoral training. This is folder number 4. In those folders you'll find all these documents. Now allow me to explain to you how can you register or document your activities. First of all, you on My Liège you will find always your profile, as you can see in front of you, and you have all the details of your profile. And you can see this is an example of one of my PhD students who finished his PhD, and he is listing his activities of his PhD one by one, where we can see the type of the activity and we can see also the category, whether it's scientific, thematic or other. What is also very important to look at, you see the status, it's in green, and then you see the avis or the opinion. This means that it's approved, and this needs to be done by the promoter every year. So make sure that you encode or register your activities and ask your promoter to validate your activities before the 15th of May so that you are in good shape. Now allow me to give you an example on how to do that operationally. We will go visit the website of the university. I am here on My Liège, and as you can see, I'm going to the student status. You should be logging in with your credentials, and right away I'm going to fetch one of the students to use her profile as an example. Here I located the student, I get in the account, and directly I can check Formation Doctorale, and as you can see, this is the complete doctoral training. It's 89 credits, just one before the 90. And let's go to the activity section where you are expected to start to document and save your activities. First thing to do, scroll down, activities, and you go to the Ajouter une activité or add an activity. I assume I can change that to English, and you can see add an activity. I click on add an activity, and from there I can start. I have first to define what is the type of activity I'm doing. Let's say it's a publication. Then I should say it's completed or planned. The validated option will not appear in your screen. This will only appear for the supervisors and the doctoral college members, but in your case you can say it's completed. If you are encoding it and it's still planned but before the 15th of May, then you can pick up planned, but in general it's recommended to do it when it's done. You start to type the title of your publication and so on, and you start to say the source, are you the first author or not, the date, you can put up the date, And don't forget here to link your Orbee. Very important. Link to your Orbee and make sure that most of your publications are in open access format, and there's different ways to make your publication in open access. So by that you can also upload your document or your poster, and then you save, and by that your activity is registered. So you have to do it step by step until you build up your whole profile, and as you can see at the end it should look up like that, grouped under thematic training, transversal training, scientific production. Well, let's go back to the presentation because this is the end of it. I want to have some questions that cross my email box a lot. Can I add a doctoral training activity for the current academic year after May 15th? No, this is not possible. Doctoral activities are only bound to the dates before the 15th of May. Anything after the 15th May means that this activity takes place on the following academic year. Another question that comes often, what should I do if I don't understand the credit associated with my activities, or I fail to associate the credits to my activity? First of all, you have to consult your promoter, and for sure both of you, I expect you reading first the rules and that you have a printout of the template or of the instructions about how to assign credits and what are the examples for assigning credits. In the worst case, if you and the promoter are unable to estimate the credit, then you can contact somebody from the doctoral college. Now, the last and final step for doctoral training, you will need to validate your doctoral training at the end of your PhD in order to be able to defend your PhD. And as you can see, when you reach the end, you need to make sure that you are falling between 60 to 90 credits. Never forget that. You need to be never exceeding the 90 credits. And in this case, what you need to do is that you will download this Excel sheet that you can see in front of you. This Excel sheet, you will find it also on the folder on the docs. It is in the folder number 4, which is about validation of doctoral training. And as you can see, the folder is colored in 3 colors, blue, green and yellow. All what you have to do is to start to manually pick up all the credits and activities that you did that are already encoded in MyUliège and add them to this Excel sheet. Make sure that you will add the Orbee links, and then you can send it to the president of the doctoral college. Now, why do we need to do this step, and why do you migrate from the MyUliège platform? Actually, because if anybody wishes to shorten the list or exclude or include, we will not be able to do it in a systematic way. So some of the students, they have more than 90 credits. Some of the students, they wish to not include certain activities after 3 or 4 years of a PhD. They discovered that this work was not valuable, and since those activities will appear on your transcripts, many of you decided at the last moment to avoid a lot of the activities. So we use this Excel sheet as a selection or process for the final activities that you wish to have, and in the same time it allows us to visualize in one screen with colors if you respected the minimum thresholds for the transversal, scientific and thematic training, and in the same time that you're not exceeding the 90, you are not under the 60, and we can also see all the Orbee links for the scientific production and the open access. Once you are done with this Excel sheet, you send an email to the president and you can ask for closing the doctoral training activities. When should this be done? I think the best time is while you are building up your jury composition, or you are creating your jury and starting to legally request the authorization of the doctoral college for the composition of the final PhD jury. In the same moment you can start closing or validating your doctoral training. Well, this is it. Like I told you, you will find this Excel sheet in the folder number 4 in the docs. This tutorial was about the doctoral training activities, encoding or